Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to the month of August. It is August 1st, 2018, and we're going to be reviewing PG-13 movies. That's the month that it is. Every movie I review this month is going to be a PG-13 movie. Even if it's like a TV-14 on TV, it counts. That's a PG-13 for TV. Basically, I'm reviewing every genre. It doesn't matter if it's a sequel, a prequel, a remake, a spin-off. If it got a PG-13 and it was in theaters or released direct to video, then it counts. No R's this time, just PG-13. So let's get started. We're going to start with a rant here. This is a movie I saw in 2012 that I did not like. And don't worry, it's not Avengers. I love that movie to death. It's a action comedy, romantic comedy, starring some really good actors in it, but it didn't save the movie. Directed by Mick G, and it is This Means War. Basically, this was The Spy Who Dumped Me before that movie, comes out in a couple days. This movie's awful. Like if you didn't notice the film, it came out in 2012 in the winter. It was horribly. It got bad reviews by freaking critics. It was, it didn't, I don't know if it bombed. It did well worldwide, but let me see here. I just didn't care for it. Like, this movie's not funny. I didn't laugh one time in the movie. All the jokes are dirty and adult, and they're not funny. Like, you have Chelsea Handler in the movie as Reese Witherspoon is the main girl in the movie. She's fine. She's not a problem with me. And the thing is that her best friend, Chelsea Handler, is just some dirty woman that, it got a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that proves that critics hated this movie. It was one of the worst I saw, easily. Spy was way better than this. At least that movie was funny. And even if you want to see a good action comedy, in a way, just go see Mission Impossible Fallout. You're going to get more laughs out of that than this movie. Yeah, let me see how much it made. It made 156.5 million worldwide. Domestically, on a budget of 65. I only say that because of the cast, because the cast was not the problem. But it's just a flimsy freaking script. Like, one of the writers is, yes, Sean, you heard me. This is Simon Kinberg. Fuck that guy. I hate that guy's writing. Every time he writes or directs a movie, 90% of the time it's going to have a lot of flaws. Yes, he got lucky with Days of Future Past, but again, that's freaking Bryan Singer's movie. Both cuts. He also did Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I was not a fan of. I hated that movie too. It was overrated. Brangelina had no chemistry whatsoever, and it fell flat for me. This movie, he wrote it. He's also doing the new X-Men. Good luck with that when it's canceled. Dark Phoenix is going to suck ass. Kinberg, just get out of my face. Stop writing scripts. You're not a good writer. You also did X-Men Origins Wolverine, didn't you? Just a flimsy freaking writer. The director's not the problem, because this guy has done stuff I like. He did the first two Charlie's Angels movies. I like them both. I don't think they're terrible. They're fun, action-packed comedies with really kick-ass women. All three women are kick-ass, and it has a sense of fun. This isn't fun at all. Yeah, this movie, after 17 weeks, it made $54 million in the U.S. That's a flop. In the U.S., it was a major bomb. The budget was $65 million. So basically, the premise, let me just give the synopsis in a nutshell. Tom Hardy, Venom, yeah, fuck that movie too, and Chris Pine, who was in a much better movie last year, Josh can definitely vouch for me. They play, spies that are, been best friends and partners for years, and they fall in love with the same woman. There you go. That's the synopsis of this movie. Two spies fall in love with Reese Witherspoon. She's a catch. I like her. But again, and she doesn't find out they're spies until the end of the movie. What kind of a dumbass blonde is she in this movie? Her character, not the actress. And she basically goes on dates with them individually. They don't even know they're dating the same woman. And they throw a lot of dirty humor. Like Chris Pine is on a date with her in his apartment. And he's like, oh, I'm going to finger this picture. And I'm like, oh my God. Kinberg, go fuck yourself. You wrote the screenplay for this. You should be shot in the face. You are a horrible writer. I don't know what it is with this guy. Every time he touches a movie, it hurts. Will Smith produced this movie, by the way, too. Will Smith. That guy deserves better for his talent, for his money too. Let me see. Yeah, let me see what else Simon Kinberg wrote because he's a horrible writer. I don't know what it is. It just he rubs me the wrong way. Yes, he did Days of Future Past, but like I said, Bryan Singer saved that movie. He's an American British screenwriter. Again, I don't watch Game of Thrones, guys. Spoiler: I never watched that show because it's also written by idiots that think talking in these dramatic British accents and freaking Irish accents is epic. It's not. It's boring. Let's see what Kinberg has done, shall we? Yeah, he was born in London, England, of course. Dumbass. He produced The Martian. He produced Logan, but he didn't write Logan because that movie was way better written. Fan Snore Stick, which I hate to death. I hate that movie so much. And yeah, let's see what he wrote. Not directed, just wrote. He should stick as a producer. He should never write again. Dark Phoenix, which is going to come out next year, or maybe it won't. I have no hope for that. Star Wars Rebels, 2 episodes, and to be fair, that show was already really good before he did it. X-Men Apocalypse. I'm sorry, Sean, that movie bored me to death. It's Civil War without the heart and emotion and the freaking personal struggle. And it doesn't have any... The action is just mindless action. There's no freaking, weight behind it. Fan Snore Stick, I hate that movie. Days of Future Past, again, anybody could have wrote that movie. Freaking Singer himself could have wrote it. Sherlock Holmes, he got lucky with that. He had Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. Jumper, to be fair, I think that movie is underrated. It's not. It has some problems with the script, but it's not the worst thing ever. X-Men: The Last Stand. That's a middle finger to every X-Men fan that's ever been watching, the cartoons or read the comics or seen the movies. And Triple X State of the Union. Do I have to say any more, guys? This guy should never write again. He's horrible. And because he's a Brit, he gets an extra fuck you from me. Because I said it. I'm done with these people in the next decade. They can't act. Most of them can't write. And when they can direct, you get a Christopher Nolan. But with every Christopher Nolan, you get a Kinberg who can suck it. But anyway, yeah. The beginning starts with an action scene. And there's so much shaky cam and horrible CGI. I thought I was watching a video game on the PS3 or the PS4 at the time. I was like, wow, that looks like shit, McGee. You couldn't get good editors or good visual effects people? Why? I mean, it had a good premise, but you failed. It wasn't funny at all. I didn't laugh one time in this movie. Reese Witherspoon doesn't make me laugh. It's not romantic. The guys are like kind of almost throwing themselves at her. And there's a part where Tom Hardy goes to a freaking like gun range. I think it's a paintball gun, and he's shooting like he's a freaking like he's Rambo. And she's like, "Whoa, where did you learn that?" I'm like, dumb blonde. Hello, he's a freaking spy. If you can't see that in the coming, you're an idiot. And again, I'm talking about Reese Witherspoon's character. She's so stupid. She doesn't know the men that she's dating are freaking spies. That just it rubbed me the wrong way. It's like this movie's so stupid. Kinberg thinks that we're idiots, so we're gonna throw money at that. I'm glad this movie bombed in the U.S. Because no one was interested. The freaking Skyfall is a better movie than this, and it came out the same year. It's way too long, but it's at least interesting. This is dull. It's unfunny. It's not romantic. The action sequences don't have any weight. Car chase scene, yeah, I've seen that. I saw that in Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation and freaking Fallout. Yeah, it's not interesting. It's just ho-hum. And the cast just, Chris Pine and Tom Hardy, they try the best they can together. There's some decent scenes. There's a scene, of course, where they have to fight each other like a bunch of dumbass, macho men. Guys, guess what? There are billions of vaginas in this world. You can find another one. Yeah, you don't have to go after the same woman. I would never do that to any of my friends here on YouTube or Facebook. Because like I said, I can find another woman. I don't have to chase yours. These guys are like they have they go to their headquarters, which is like the Men in Black headquarters in those movies. You have, and also this is another cardinal sin that this movie does: never cast someone that's more attractive than your leading woman. Reese Witherspoon is a catch, very cute. I like Legally Blonde. I like her voice in Monsters vs. Aliens. She won an Oscar, which I think is well deserved for Walk the Line. She's a good actress. Don't have any beef with her whatsoever. But there are two actresses I think that are way more attractive than her. One of them, and no, it's not Chelsea Handler. I think she should just do comedy on her on like on cable. She should never do another film like this because she just wasn't funny. And you have Abigail Spencer. She's the girl from Timeless. She's a beautiful brunette, and she's barely in the movie. And then you have Angela Bassett as the boss. And I'm like, did you see Black Panther? Did you see freaking Fallout? It's a gorgeous woman, even for her age. I'm like, she's a middle-aged black woman with sass. I love that. And can be good even in a bad movie. She wasn't the problem with Green Lantern. Killing her off, that was a problem because she plays freaking Amanda Waller in that movie, and she was underused. And she's a gorgeous, good actress. And here she's like, she gives them a lot of shit. But like, have you seen a one buddy cop movie or spy movie? You know how the boss is. If they're black, they're usually a loud, you know, in your face kind of a person. I mean, if you've seen 21 Jump Street, Ice Cube's in that. In freaking this movie, you have Angela Bassett. In other movies, even in The Mummy with Tom Cruise, you have the whatchamacallit, this guy. I forgot his name. But yeah, it's been a cliche. I mean, this movie's full of cliches. And by the way, Tom Hardy has a wife. So why is he freaking chasing after freaking Reese Witherspoon? It makes no sense. And you know who she's going to end up with at the end. Spoiler, it's Chris Pine. Again, because Tom Hardy has a wife in the movie that he's separated from. Played by a better looking actress. I think it's Abigail Spencer. Who, I love her face. If you've seen Oz the Great and Powerful, she's a lovely young woman. And I love her in Timeless. It sucks that show got canceled. But yeah, it's very predictable. You know where it's going to go. You know these guys are going to fight and then make up at the end. They're like brothers. But again, why? And some stupid jackass here on YouTube said, I'm not going to mention his name, said, oh, that movie should have ended with them getting together. I'm like, I don't want to see a gay agenda freaking romance. If I was going to see that, I would watch freaking Brokeback Mountain, and that's not for me. Love, Simon, that is not for me. I'm sorry. Straight. There is no S in the LGBTQ, guys. No S. No S. No S. No H either, which is hetero, which is what I am. I'm not pan. I'm not bi. I'm not gay. I'm not queer. I'm straight, damn it. That's why I hate those new Star Wars movies, because they're cock blocking me. This, it didn't. It's just, again, Reese Witherspoon's wasted. A good actress, this is what she does after winning an Oscar. Being the side the piece of meat for two men fighting like lions. And I'm like, again, you can't find another woman. Hardy's ex-wife or wife that he's separated with is more attractive than Reese Witherspoon, and you're fighting for her. I'm like, yeah, that just wasn't needed. I'm sorry I go on tangents. It's just I have a lot to get out of my system. I haven't been on YouTube for several days, so bear with me. But the film is just, it's nonsensical. The villain is played by some German actor. I think his name is Til Schweiger or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, Schweiger. I don't even know who this guy is. He's barely in the movie. He's not a threat. He's forgettable as fuck. Thanos is a better villain. People say, oh, he wasn't represented. He left an impression, people. That's why he's coming back. It's one of the only villains in Avengers to come back. Yeah. Tillman Valentin Schweiger is a German actor, voice actor, blah, blah, blah. What has he done lately? I don't know. And I'm not talking about his German. He was in Inglourious Bastards. Overrated. I don't want to watch that movie. A Head Full of Honey. That's a German film. Yeah, he's mostly done a lot of German films. Again, not a fan of foreigners, guys. I told you the most foreigners I like are Asians, Canadians, and a few here and there that I could, that I can tolerate. Like Rebecca Ferguson. Beautiful. She's way more beautiful than Reese Witherspoon. I could say that. And she's badass. She's not a damsel in distress. Yeah. But the Til Schweiger, whatever, he's not a good villain. He's very forgettable. He's very bland. And the guys, of course, they're going to get him at the end. The explosions and the action means nothing if I don't care about the characters. That's why I hate Disney Wars. I don't care about the characters, guys. Here, it just falls flat. It's a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes. It deserved to bomb in the US. I'm glad this did not get a sequel. It got an extended cut. Yeah, because that's what I wanted to see. An even longer BS version of this movie where I think Rebel Wilson's in a cameo. I'm like, yeah, I don't like her either, guys. She's annoying. Really freaking annoying. Other movies deserve an extended cut, but not this. This movie sucks. If you've seen this movie, I feel sorry for you. It was one of the worst of 2012, easily in my bottom 10, along with The Amazing Spider-Man and freaking other movies as well. I hated this movie. It was just really dull. You have a premise of spy action comedy, and you flushed it down the toilet. You threw it to make this. It's a romantic comedy with just action thrown in just so that the guys can go see it. It sucks, man. It's not even worth a rental. It's not even worth watching on Netflix. It sucks. Stay away from This Means War. To me, this means war against freaking BS comedy action movies like this. And every other reboot, remake, spin off, and freaking bad comedy out there. Yeah. I wish we could live in a land where there aren't bad movies like this, where they fall on their face. And they were trying to sell this at Best Buy for $5. No, I'm not going to give you $1. Movie, you sucked. Your PG-13 cut sucked. I don't want to see your extended cut. You didn't make me laugh one time. You have a cast that's completely wasted. You have a lame freaking villain. The score did nothing for me. And Simon Kinberg can't write. I keep telling you people, he is a bad writer. So do you think he's going to save Dark Phoenix? Because he's not. It's going to be badly directed. He's going to probably kill off Jean again, just like in The Last Stand. Again, take that, Kinberg. You're just as bad as J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson. He doesn't get enough hate. Singer gets a lot of crap for Apocalypse, but I'll give him this. He knows how to shoot action. He's done a lot of movies I enjoy. The first two X-Men movies, Days of Future Past, Superman Returns. Yes, I defend that because it's not as boring as freaking X-Men Apocalypse. And it has one character. It doesn't focus on 150 of them just thrown in my face. And that has a great score. It's a nice nod to the freaking John Williams score from the original two films. But anyway, yeah, this is not about Superman Returns. This Means War is garbage, guys. Don't watch this movie. You're going to be wasting your time. It's not funny. It's really boring. The comedy is a bunch of sex jokes that I've seen in other comedies. And it wastes the cast that it has. McGee, you can do better than this. I've seen you do better, guys. I've seen him do a lot better. I'd rather watch Terminator Salvation than this, because at least that movie has competent action. And Bale, while he's doing his Batman voice, I'd rather see Bale for 5 minutes than this movie ever again. It sucks. Screw this movie. In the face. It doesn't anger me as much as other comedies, but the fact that they wasted also this potential just really sucks. And it never should have been in theaters. This could have been a bad Netflix movie if Netflix had films back then in 2012. But hey, at least now we have Fallout. Go see that, guys. You're going to laugh your asses off. You're going to be entertained. You got a great freaking cast for the most part, except for Vanessa Kirby. She sucks. And the action is very well shot and it's plentiful. And it's very long, but it's entertaining. This was not. This was lame. This is mediocre. And when they talk about bad McGee movies, this is one of them. It's horrible. Like, it's just a shame that this was released in theaters and some movies were not. But anyway, hey, I got it out of my system. It's the first movie I'm reviewing for August, and just avoid it, guys. You can see much better spy thrillers or spy comedies like Spy or freaking even like I said, this other movie. Some of the Mission Impossible films have comedy in it too. It's a lot better than this. This sucks. It sucks ass. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'm glad you've been watching my videos over the past month. It's been hard, it's been raining, it's been hot, it's been cold, it's been windy, and I had to take a lot of breaks, but I'm back. I'm recharged, and I have a whole month of reviews for you guys. PG-13 month is gonna keep going. Not taking any week break. I want to keep doing my thing here on YouTube because I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm not leaving without a fight. And yeah, and oh, by the way, am I going to review Solo? No. I already reviewed a movie called Solo months ago, and it's a better movie from '96. Low budget action cheese. It's not some dark brownish freaking ugly looking freaking desert movie with half direction and half writing, and a prequel we didn't want. So that's out. I'm not reviewing Solo or the Last Jedi because I'm like, I'm not gonna torture myself this month. I'm taking it easy. We got 30 days left. I want to see some good films. So see you guys in the next video.